displaying the traditional pomp and circumstances. To that, 206 seniors of Milford High School are processing for commencement. This live broadcast of the 1973 graduation exercises of Milford High School is coming to you over WMRC Radio Milford as a community service of the Blackstone Valley National Bank of Milford. As we see the seniors processing, preceded by the faculty, which is marching in by departments, we notice that the young ladies are donned in white caps, white gowns, and white tassels, with honor students having a red stripe. For the young men, it's a matter of red robes with red caps, red tassels, and the honor students with a white stripe. Following the procession, the senior class will join in singing the national anthem, and then we'll pick up the rest of the program as it is occurring. Once again, this live broadcast of the 1973 Milford High School graduation program coming to you over WMRC Radio Milford as a community service of the Blackstone Valley National Bank of 80 Prospect Street, Milford. Certainly, all those of the Blackstone Valley National Bank, as well as we at WMRC, take this opportunity to wish the graduating seniors of Milford High School the very best of luck. Now the president of the senior class at Milford High School, Donald E. Michelson, with an invocation.
Heavenly Father, we acknowledge your presence in our lives and deeds. We look to you this day for guidance and direction in our future lives, and we give thanks for your past beneficence. May our actions and deeds, may our actions and accomplishments in the years to come reflect your continuing guidance and bring to us and those we love the blessings of lives well lived. Inspire and strengthen us to meet our challenges and to help contribute to the task of making a better world for all. Amen.
Invocation by the senior class president of Milford High School, Donald E. Michelson. Now we shall hear an essay entitled Reflection by the class salutatorian, Roberta A. Visconti.
Members of the school committee, Dr. Buckley, Mr. Raftery, members of the faculty, invited guests, parents, relatives and friends, and members of the class of 1973. Reflections. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. It was the age of wisdom. It was the age of foolishness. It was the epoch of belief. It was the epoch of incredibility. It was the season of light. It was the season of darkness. It was the spring of hope. It was the winter of despair. We had everything before us. We had nothing before us. These famous words were written by Charles Dickens more than 100 years ago. They convey many contradictions that are discernible in our modern society. No other group of words could more appropriately describe the times which we, the class of 1973, have experienced. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. As individuals, we experienced the great opportunity for learning and molding our own characters within our own school and community. The worst of times also affected our young lives. Vietnam, campus unrest, assassinations, and government scandals. It was the age of wisdom. It was the age of foolishness. As we tried to learn, we lived through what was perhaps the most amazing period in scientific progress that the world has ever seen. But along with this wisdom, every age has its foolishness. As the first step was taken onto the lunar surface, people continued to take their Earth for granted. Pollution of our air and water and the extravagant use of our natural resources began to eat away at our society. Soon, we felt the burden of these consequences. It was the epoch of belief. It was the epoch of incredibility. Man believed starvation was a thing of the past, that we could harvest the oceans and feed the world. Yet, in our ghettos, as a result of starvation, death is an all too common occurrence. For lack of food, almost an entire generation has perished in Biafra. It was a season of light. it was a season of darkness. Every day, newspapers carried reports of violent acts. Yet those same papers contained articles that mentioned people helping other people. And that seemed to lighten up the darkness that violence shed on our lives. We learned that that was what it was all about, helping each other. It was only through working together that we were able to meet the challenges of the 60s. It was the spring of hope. It was the winter of despair. On the one hand, we witnessed the president's historic trip to China, which promised an era of peaceful relations between two of the world's greatest powers. It affected the opportunity for an exchange in international, trade, and cultural matters. On the other hand, 10 years and thousands of lives later, the fighting in Vietnam was over. But it had already spread like a cancer to Cambodia. No one knows how long the fighting will last. Let us pray that it ends not simply as peace with honor, but as peace for a people vital enough to build from it. We had everything before us. We had nothing before us. As young adults, we look to the future, and we look forward with hope to good and prosperous days. In these past 4 years, we have become aware of the virtues of our society along with its weaknesses. We engaged in long discussions over Vietnam. We sought ways to help the poverty-stricken. We found joy in the growing peace relations forming between world powers, and we grieved over the tragic assassinations of our country's leaders. Each of us, whether knowingly or unconsciously, has set his own goals. To help other people in the best way possible, to contribute to the resolution of world problems, to learn how to teach others, and to pursue in our occupations and professions that degree of integrity inherently necessary for the perpetuation of American society and culture. Here this evening, we walk together for the last time as the class of 1973. There is something inside of all of us that says, congratulations, you've made it. Thank you.
The 1973 Milford High School class salutatorian, Roberta A. Visconti, with her essay entitled Reflection. We shall now hear a rendition called From Sea to Shining Sea, a fantasy on America the Beautiful by Ward and Whitney. Donald Thatcher, the music director of the Milford School System, will direct the senior choral group. They are now taking their places at the grandstand that has been established for them. While they take their positions, we'll remind you that this live broadcast of the 1973 Milford High School graduation program is coming to you live over WMRC as a community service of the Blackstone Valley National Bank in Milford. Once again, the senior choral group of Milford High School and a rendition of From Sea to Shining Sea, Build a Fantasy on America the Beautiful by Ward and Whitney. That was the senior choral group of the Milford High School class of 1973 with a Fantasy on America the Beautiful by Ward and Whitney entitled From Sea to Shining Sea. Those seniors will now rejoin their classmates, and we get set for the next portion of the program, which will be an essay entitled Destiny by the class valedictorian. He is Edward R. Cato. So Edward Cato, the valedictorian, with his essay, Destiny.
Members of the school committee, Dr. Buckley, Mr. Raftery, members of the faculty, invited guests, parents, relatives and friends, and members of the class of 1973. Destiny. June 4th, 1973. Today, 204 people are reborn. Tomorrow, they enter into the outside world, a world that so far they have had very little experience with, a world that today will say one thing and tomorrow will say something else. It is an ever and always changing world into which we are stepping. What will we face as we enter tomorrow? What events of yesterday will have the greatest influence on us tomorrow? How much time should we spend thinking about the past and contemplating the future? Our society has been changing at an ever-increasing rate, where we can almost say that the lifestyles of yesterday are ancient history today. Kenneth Boulding, an eminent economist, has written much on the rapid change in society. Commenting on the speed at which change has occurred, he states, and I quote, "The date that divides human history into two equal parts is well within living memory," end of quote. What this means is, as much has changed in the last 50 years as has changed in the last 50,000. Many events have taken place in the last 20 years that could influence our next 20. As we think back, we can recall the first unmanned satellite, the Cuban Missile Crisis, the Kennedy assassinations, Vietnam, the Middle East, civil rights, the plight of the American Indian, the first moon landing, the abortion debate, the energy crisis, Watergate. Some of these may have a great effect on us in the future. Others may not, because even though they are important to us now, they will only be memories in the future. Our world is changing so rapidly that many people cannot give the true cause of the Vietnam conflict. I know that I cannot, yet I have not lived a day when this senseless war, if that is what you choose to call it, was not in the news. But the issue of civil rights, one of the most highly debated issues of the 1960s, should play an important role in our future. The color of your skin, your religion, or your nationality could mean the difference between whether or not you get a job. I strongly feel that the true test of how successfully we adapt to change in the future will be in the area of civil rights, where color, religion, or national heritage will make no difference when dealing with people. So, how much should we cling to the past? Only as much as necessary. Only to those events that could affect our everyday living. Tomorrow will always bring something new, something that is completely different from yesterday. We must use the events of the past not as examples, but as references for the future. The effects of change can easily be compared to a very popular phrase of the 1960s, generation gap. Our society has changed so much that while our parents are clinging to the memories of their youth, they must realize that our lifestyles have changed so rapidly in the last 50 years that their youth serves as little practical guide to bringing up children today. But, on the other hand, if the rate of change continues to increase at present rates, then our generation's childhood will also serve as little practical guide to bringing up our children. We have seen change occur very gradually, although we who live day in and day out in one place may think that change is still too fast. But look at the prisoners of war who have recently returned from Vietnam. What does the world look like to them? Some of them have been out of touch with the outside world for more than 10 years. Upon their return, health is not the major question facing them, but rather the question of their ability to adapt to today's lifestyles. Will they be able to accept the changes that have occurred since they were captured? This will be the most important question for these men. So what will be our destiny? Will we sit back and let the world go on without us? Will we cling to the lifestyles of yesterday? Or will we accept the challenge of the future, accepting change, meeting the demands that tomorrow will ask of us? Let us be the generation that will not care what color, religion, or national heritage a person is, just that he is a person.
Mr. Raftery will be presenting the class, and the diplomas will be awarded by School Committee Chairman Aldo Chakey.
Richard Boucher, Kevin Ivanoff, Michael Howard, Peter Rizzoli, Charles Wood, William Laquadara, Richard Tominski, David Haynes, Michael Acmafresca, Earl R. White Jr., Dana Simmons, Robert Curran, Michael Paradiso, Michael Sullivan, Daniel O'Grady, Patrick Griffith, David Winokur, Charles Phillips, Ray Grennan, Robert Elliott, Mark Caracino, Peter Webster, Stephen Dias, George Mulvey Jr., Paul Crivello, Theodore Koziak, Daniel Minichello, Gregory Onesian, Dennis Robinson, Harold White, Michael DiMaria, Bernardo Marcone, John Straponi Jr., Joseph Calagione, Peter Wisbianski, Paul Rail, Michael Hickey, Cosmo Chinapi, Placido Velastro, Robert Pertano, Gregory Onesian, Bradley Lovell, Paul Gattoni, Charles Crisafulli, Randa Moore, Nancy Pickett, Charles Arvin III, Timothy Canani, Rocco Crisafulli, John Mainini, John McNeil, Stephen Alves, Ronald Cassiola, Stephen Canesi, Nicholas Barati, Eric Sabatinelli, William McBride III, Bruce Livingston, David Fahey, William DiDonato, Robert Corey Jr., Joseph Caffarelli, Mary Ellen Solon, Karen Monty, Cheryl Toomey, Guy Deggendorf, James DiDelonato, Giovanni Trombetta, Kathleen Bagley, Robin Julian, Robert Bettuelli, Patrick Clary, Jeffrey Prokopowicz, Donna Elliott, Michael Tanfani, David D'Amico, Linda Di Maria, Deborah Washington, Jane Anderson, Francesca Consoletti, Stephen Marone, David Dias, John Chiramicoli Jr., Susan Trotter, Mary Leahy, Jamie Morrell, June Peroni, Kathy Scott, Frank Ferranti Jr., Lynn Bickford, Charlotte Grillo, Deborah Mackey, Joanne Santoro, Grace Tessassini, Cynthia Smith, Karen Beth Mayo, Bonnie Hurley, Margaret Easter, Mark Zampino, Stephanie Tusks, Deborah Rocha, Maureen Murray, Nancy Mancini, Marianne LaPierre, Pauline Goulet, Patricia Kingsbury, Donna Mastriani, Esther Ozella, Anthony Belanger. Maureen Bagley. Maria Di Fiore. Susan Federico. Rita Fino. Susan Goza. Claudia Gragliano. Teresa Ferrucci. Diane Di Vittorio. Noel Di Mattea. Janice Arsenault. Lynn Sanacando. Nancy Moran. Linda Lorenzo. Karen Yanatelli. Susan Davin. Diane Ross. Mara McDonald. Karen Peters. Janet Consigli. Sheila Butcher. Deborah Di Marino. Patricia Hanrahan. Pauline Nagy. Kathy Sangster. Lynn Calitri. Lenora Zakili. Laura Rosassi. Catherine Mainini. Sheila DeSabato. Rose DeLuca. Melody Mulgrass. Isilda Sebastio. Laurie Panagian. Michelle Monti. Dean D'Alessandro. Len Gonsalves. Gail Morrow. Beverly Golston. Janice Felton. Paul Malnati. Michael Meridian. Gary Muse. John Brucato. David Mello, John Nutter, Patricia Allegrezza, Joseph Sin Shin Shu, Sherry Mariotti, Kenneth Hulstrom, John Johnson, Karen Rodriguez, Rhonda Maxwell, Teresa Rossetti, Linda Manning, Deborah Russo, Lou Ann Levitt, Marilyn Ferrucci, Jean Chermicoli, Carla Pedersoli, Karen DeMeo, Elaine Diesso, Edward Cato, Stephen Connors, Barbara Kalunian, Donald Michelson, Damon Michelson, Tara Vatalato, Robert Warburton, Roberta Visconti, Deborah Coates, Diana Clarico, Laurie Ann Guido, Diane D'Alessandro, Pamela Cosentino, Virginia Gall, Ernest Barriola Jr., William Bishop, Eugenia Bowen, June Consoletti, Donald Crowley, Richard Davis, Robin Duquesne, Louis Giardini, Carol Hatch, Gary Lowell, Gail Miller, Roy Racine, Kathy Restick, William Toki, Tricia Teller.
The applaud is for the 204 seniors who have just received their diplomas from Milford High School Principal Paul Rafty. He presented the candidates, and diplomas were conferred by the chairman of the Milford School Committee, Aldo Chakey. Mr. Chakey now has some remarks.
Superintendent Dr. Buckley, Assistant Superintendent Mr. Zener, high school administration and faculty, family, friends, graduates of Milford High School class of '73. As graduates of Milford High School class of 1973, you will be faced with many difficult and important decisions. There will be many challenges coming your way. Some you may avoid, others you must meet head-on. I know many others have said much the same thing to you before, but I believe it bears repeating. Because of the uncertain state of affairs in our country today, there will be many opportunities for you to meet some of these challenges. We, as a nation of Americans, are about to enter an era, a most important era in the history of our country. It will be an era of change. But you must institute the changes. Looking about us, we see problems that need our immediate attention. You will have not only the opportunity, but the responsibility to attend to these problems and attempt to solve some of them. You will have to stand and be counted as one who wants to accept the challenge. Among the challenges are many that touch us directly and many that only affect us indirectly. Our nation has been trying for all too long to solve some of the socio-economic evils that have befallen us. Numbered among them is the dilemma of the poor, a problem there seems no easy solution to. Inasmuch as we all do not acknowledge the existence of this problem, it becomes more difficult yet to solve. The challenge is there for you to accept. You can help work towards a solution for some of these ills. By the same token, we as a nation have been struggling to solve one of the most trying problems this nation has faced in the last 50 years. That of minority group relations. Again, this is not as simplistic a problem as many would have us believe. It is not simply a matter of where children go to school or if we will bus to balance our schools. It is a problem of equality. Or rather, I should say, a quest for equality. We all know, or we all want to be considered as equals and expect to be treated as such. So the feelings of those striving for equality should not be totally foreign to us. This social ill is one challenge you can accept today and work towards its solution. Our nation has other equally serious problems facing it. You would have to have existed in a vacuum these past few weeks if you are not aware of the problems brought about with the investigations of Watergate. An investigation that has been a source of great embarrassment and grave concern to an already troubled nation, a nation that was founded on the principles of equality and justice and the fostering of democratic principles. The challenge to us all here is to ensure that something of this magnitude can never again be perpetrated against us, the American people. If problems of this magnitude are not enough to motivate you to accept the challenge, then consider what is happening to us on a more personal level. We face situations that we have never known in our lifetime. That is, your lifetime and mine. Some of our parents have experienced some of these problems. We are presently seeing many of the commodities that we have known in abundance for such a long time suddenly in short supply. We find many people doing without necessary items due to prohibitive costs. We also see small businesses forcing themselves to close doors due to their inability to compete. We may be entering an era of rationing of commodities. This is a rather sad testimonial to such a great nation as ours. Your challenge here is to find a viable solution and set safeguards so that this situation will not again be a problem for future generations. My sole purpose in mentioning these issues is hopefully to awaken a desire in you to meet some of these challenges. Most of you are now 18 years old, or will be in the next few months. You will have the right and the responsibility to structure your future by means of the electoral process. Take advantage of this opportunity, meet and solve the many problems facing our great nation today. When you leave these ceremonies this evening, I hope you will carry with you these thoughts. Accept the challenge, work diligently at it, and carry it out to fruition. And most important of all, live your life with a purpose. Congratulations to the speakers this evening. They did a very fine job. Congratulations to the teachers for preparing this fine class for graduation. And best wishes for a successful and happy life ahead of you. Thank you.
Remarks to the 1973 graduating seniors in Milford High School by the chairman of the Milford School Committee, Aldo L. Shaky. Now, Superintendent Dr. James.
Graduation awards. The Francis E. Larkin Annual Scholarship of $100 is awarded to a graduating senior on the basis of character, scholarship, and good citizenship. The winner is David J. Mello. A scholarship in the amount of $800 has been awarded by the Catherine Gibbs School of Boston to Patricia L. Tower. A scholarship in the amount of $250 given by the Milford Rotary Club annually and awarded on the basis of high school record, citizenship, and achievement on scholastic aptitude test of the college entrance board examination is awarded to Edward R. Cato. A second scholarship in the amount of $250 given by the Milford Rotary Club annually and awarded on the basis of high school record, citizenship, and achievement on the scholastic aptitude test of the college entrance board examination is awarded to Roberta A. Visconti. A substantial scholarship for the freshman year has been awarded by Trinity College to John M. Brocato. The Milford Teachers Association is awarding 2 scholarships of $300 each to be applied towards the first year's tuition at a school of education. The winner of the first award is Pamela M. Cosentino. The winner of the second award is Barbara S. Kalunian. A $1,000 scholarship for the freshman year has been awarded by Clarkson College of Technology to Edward R. Cato. Two scholarships of $100 each presented by the Milford High School Student Association to a boy and a girl of the graduating class who qualified in scholarship, leadership, and school citizenship. The winning girl is Karen Mayle. The winning boy is Robert M. Curran. The anniversary class of 1948 awards 2 scholarships of $250 each to a boy and a girl of the graduating class who have been accepted to a college or to an institution of higher vocational training. They were judged on scholarship, character, citizenship, and evidence of growth during their attendance at Milford High School. The winner of the first award is Lynn L. Calitri. The winner of the second award is Frank T. Ferranti. A substantial scholarship for the freshman year has been awarded by Boston College to Elaine M. Diesso. The Claire Stone Winokur Annual Scholarship Award of $100, established in her memory by her parents, Mr. and Mrs. Morris Stone, is based upon scholarship and character with the student ranking among the top 15 students in the graduating class. The winner is Lynn M. Gonzalez. Wesleyan University has awarded a scholarship for the freshman year in the amount of $1,750 to Paul J. Malnati. The Milford Men's Teachers Club awards 2 scholarships of $250 each to members of the graduating class based upon the following criteria: an overall average of at least 80%, seriousness of purpose, good character, and leadership. The winner of the first award is Ray J. Grennan. The winner of the second award is Leonard L. Marcone. The Charles J. Tasker Memorial Scholarship of $400 is awarded to the student who has shown the greatest scholastic improvement during his entire high school course and exemplified outstanding character as well. The winner is Robert H. Warburton. The Hoboken Citizen Club awards a scholarship of $100 to a qualified graduating senior who has attained during the 4 years a scholastic average of B or better and who has been accepted to a school of higher learning. The winner is Teresa Rusiti. The Milford Kiwanis Club is awarding 2 scholarships of $250 each to members of the graduating class for qualities of leadership, scholarship, and intent to further his or her education. The winner of the first award is Deborah A. Russo. The winner of the second award is Maria Di Fiore. The Joseph Rosenfeld Citizenship Award of $100 granted annually to a student of the graduating class who has received a scholastic average of C or better for the 4 years of study and who is selected by the vote of his classmates as the student who possessed and has displayed to the highest degree the characteristics of reliability, respect for authority, cooperativeness, courtesy, and leadership. This award is given to Linda A. Manning. The Milford High School Key Club scholarships of $100 each awarded to the members of the senior class who best exemplify the following standards: citizenship, leadership, and school service. The winner of the first award is Paul J. Malnati. The winner of the second award is Elaine M. Diesso. The Quinchapog Women's Club scholarship of $100 awarded annually to a member of the graduating class who possesses and displayed to the highest degree the following qualifications: seriousness of purpose, scholarship, health, and character. This award is made to Karen A. DeMeo. A scholarship in the amount of $1,800 for the freshman year has been awarded by Rensselaer Polytechnical Institute to Robert H. Warburton. The Robert P. Vadalato Annual Memorial Scholarship Award of $150, established by the Book and Platter Shop, to be awarded to the graduate who is a versatile athlete demonstrating qualities of citizenship, character, and sportsmanship, and who has been accepted to a school of higher learning. The winner is John M. Brucato. A scholarship in the amount of $300 has been awarded by Fisher Junior College to Karen Rodriguez. The Hazel M. Capisi Nursing Scholarship of $150 is awarded to a girl of the graduating class who has been accepted to a nursing school and has displayed to the highest degree the following qualifications: scholarship, industry, character, and citizenship. The winner is Laurie A. Guido. A $1,000 scholarship for the freshman year has been awarded by Boston University to Stephen Connors. An annual music scholarship of $100 by the Milford Framingham Concert Band, to be known as the Francis W. D'Antonio Scholarship, is given to a deserving student who desires to further his or her musical education. The winner is Ernest D. Barriello. A scholarship award of $300 is given in memory of Major Barker Jamajan. Criteria for the selection is a high 4-year average, outstanding citizenship, and acceptance to an accredited college leading to a baccalaureate degree. The winner is Michael A. Moradian. The Italian-American War Veterans and Auxiliary Memorial Scholarship of $150 is awarded to a deserving student based on scholastic average and good citizenship. The winner is Marilyn Ferrucci. A $700 scholarship for the freshman year has been awarded by Northeastern University to Gary H. Muse. The Forgiano Club of Milford Tuition Scholarship Award of $100 is given to a student in the graduating class who has been accepted to and plans to attend a school of education, and who, in the personal opinion of the principal, is well qualified to enter and to succeed in the teaching profession. The winner is Patricia L. Tower. The The Armenian American Veterans Auxiliary of the Ohanesian Panasian Post $100 award to the son or daughter of a member in good standing of the auxiliary who has been accepted to a college or an institution of higher learning. The scholastic average was one of the criteria. The winner is Janet E. Felton. The First United Methodist Church of Milford awards 2 scholarships in the amount of $250. The winner of the first award is Diane M. Clarico. The winner of the second award is Gail D. Morill. A scholarship in the amount of $400 has been awarded by Fisher Junior College to Kathy A. Scott. The Harry Peters Scholarship of $100, given in memory of his parents, Mr. and Mrs. John Peters, is awarded to a student who has been accepted to an institution of higher learning. It is based upon scholarship and character. The winner, Jamie M. Morale. The Grand Lodge of Massachusetts orders Sons of Italy in America award 2 $350 scholarships. The winner of the first award is Edward R. Cato. The winner of the second award is Giovanni N. Trombetta. The Worcester County Teachers Association has awarded a $250 scholarship to Deborah A. Russo. McDonald's of Milford awards a $200 scholarship to a qualified member of the graduating class who will further his education. The winner, John J. Nutter. The James J. Dorsey Jr. Scholarship of $200, established by the Central Massachusetts Conference of Football Officials, has been awarded to Paul J. Malnati. The Parents for Music organization awards 3 scholarships in the amount of $200 each to members of the graduating class who will continue their musical education at an institution of higher learning. They must possess the qualities of citizenship, active participation, and dedication to music program of the Milford High School. The winner of the first award is Ernest D. Barriolo. The winner of the second award is William K. Bishop. The winner of the third award is Roy S. Racine. The William Theodore Hayward Trust scholarships of $500 each are granted to members of the graduating class who will be attending a 4-year college and stand in the upper 25% of the class. They shall have displayed qualities of courage, leadership, honor, service, and scholarship. The winner of the first award is Stephen Connors. The winner of the second award is Patricia A. Allegrezza. The Prospect Heights Association awards 3 scholarships in the amount of $100 each to members of the graduating class who are sons or daughters of a present or former resident of the Prospect Heights area for a minimum of 3 years. The winner of the first award is Karen A. Rodriguez. The winner of the second award is Barbara S. Kalunian. The winner of the third award is Jane S. Anderson. The Francis Cordis Cruft Fund number 1 of the Unitarian Universalist Association has awarded a $100 scholarship to Kathy A. Scott. The Woman's Society of Christian Service of the First United Methodist Church of Milford awards a scholarship in the amount of $100 to Gail D. Morrill. The Delio Nero Memorial Scholarship of $100, offered through the contributions of the Friends of Delio Nero, a member of the class of 1968, is awarded to a member of the senior class who participated in varsity football and who in academic achievement and athletic participation contributed to school citizenship in progress. The recipient is Theodore S. Koziak. Congratulations to the recipients. Best wishes to the members of the class of 1973.
Superintendent of Schools in Milford, Dr. James Buckley, with a presentation of prize awards to various members of the Milford High School class of 1973. The senior class is now going to entertain with the alma mater, and that will be followed by the recessional, bringing to a close these 1973 Milford High School commencement exercises. Maestro Donald Thatcher is taking his position in front of all the seniors. He has them rise, and let's listen. And there go the caps being flung in the air in the tradition we see at the service academies, where the graduating cadets let their caps fly. And we've just seen a sample of that here at this graduation ceremony, this of Milford High School, 1973. Once again, music director Donald Thatcher with the band for the recessional. that the class of 1973 at Milford High School departs from Pheno Field, going out to face the challenges that the world has to offer. With them go the best wishes from the Blackstone Valley National Bank of Milford as